Alright, welcome to the quarterfinals game of GPA. I'm playing Polymorph against Bergland, who is on mono black Villainy. And I think due to seeds, I go first, right? Yeah. So that's good for me because I definitely want to resolve something turn 1. This hand's not good. Alright, so what's my win condition here? I'm mostly worried about discard spells because they can try to use their discard spells to trade for my counter spells 1-for-1, and then they start slamming stuff that I can't counter, and then I'm in really big trouble. And do I want to keep this hand? Like, I could try to play at sorcery speed mostly. White player isn't hitting anything though. Okay, so if I keep this hand, what I'm signing up for is that I turn 1 Monkey Shines and look for land. Is that something I'm willing to play? So if I'm assuming I find a land, because if I don't, then I'm screwed either ways. Then next turn I try to resolve Paul. If they try to discard Paul, I let it happen, and then just hold up counter spells for a bit. I think I'm willing to try this hand. They're going to mulligan to 6. Alright, that's a good sign for me. They keep a 6 card hand. Alright, so yeah, turn 1 Monkey Shines. Please find me a land. Alright, that's a land, and that's a Tyrant that I'll probably discard to Paul or something. Yeah, so Nebula is naming 2 colors. One of the Pauls is getting, or one of the Tyrant Tributes is getting discarded, which means I still have 1 more left in my deck. I probably won't find Imagine in time. And they will do turn 1 discard, it seems. Oh no, they're not. Okay, then I get to slam Paul. Do they have anything scary on 2 that they can drop? Not really. Like, oh, they can Pithwelt the Paul, but I can just bring it back by discarding Void Player, so I'm completely happy with this outcome. Also, good news is that they don't have Seal the Tomb main deck, so I don't have to worry about Tyrant Tribute getting Seal the Tomb after I discard it. Yeah, now I get to resolve Paul on curve, while my opponent doesn't have anything super threatening they can drop on 2. And they can't deal with Paul very easily unless they burn 2 removal spells on it. And I'll discard Tyrant Tributes. Paul can probably find me my 3rd land. And if I don't find my 3rd land off the top, then I guess I'll just... probably means that they kept a 1-lander with Dark Bargain to find their 2nd land. So pretty similar to what I did. And now they're going to discard me. But yeah, I mean, there's nothing super good that they can take, because all my cards do mostly the same thing. They probably just take one of the counter spells and then try to force through a Villainy. Or maybe if they have another discard spell, they can try to discard my other counter spell and then force through a Villainy that way. But now I have Paul on the board, which will be card filtering, which is really nice. Oh, it'll help me find, you're gonna take Redo. Okay. Yeah, Paul is card filtering, and it'll help me find my land and my Polymorph effect. Island. Okay, there's the land I need. I always plus Paul here. I discard Void Flare because I definitely do not need it right now. And do I Monkey Shines or Seek Prophecy? I think I'll Seek Prophecy. And let's see, what do I find? Well, I mean, that's pretty obvious, because Seer Flesh hits 0 targets in this deck, or against my opponent's deck. Do I throw off a few more Monkey Shines? Nah, I'm gonna keep Portal Factor for the ability that they might drop next turn. Because if they drop Villainy, I have no way to deal with it. So if I keep up my Monkey Shines, they can like double discard me, but that's fine-ish, right? Even if I end up wasting mana. Or they can discard Portal Factor, but then that means they can't play Villainy this turn, which is exactly what I want to happen. I just need them to delay the Villainy. They can't exactly Valdez the Portal Factor right now, so they need to pay up, and if they pay up, I'm willing to discard Monkey Shines to protect my Portal Factor. Or actually, that means they can pay for... Okay, well, I don't have a choice now. Or do I? The Pariah Inquiry will always take Portal Factor here, so if I use Portal Factor, it lets me spend my mana and prevents them from investigating. Is that worth it? They could also have a 1-mana spell. Like, what's the worst thing they can do this turn with 1 mana? They can, I guess, Valdez me. That's fine. Pay up. Yeah, I think I use Portal Factor here. Like, I'm willing to make this exchange. And they just pass. Alright, so now I'm digging for either counter spells or polymorph effects. And Cosmic Cinco is a counter spell. Do I start slamming with Paul? Nah, I need to dig for lands and counter spells. Ooh, and that's a land. That's exactly what I need. I'll ditch a Monkey Shines, and I'll cast... If I named 3 colors off Nebula, I could have Cosmic for 3, so that's a slight punish, I guess. But I mean, it's fine. So Monkey Shines finds me. Ooh, there's my Polymorph effect. I'll stack it like this so that they can't discard it. And so if they don't play anything that's worth countering, I'll just end the turn here with you. And they probably choose a draw mode because they can't afford to let me have creatures on board when well, they definitely can't afford to let me have creatures on board because they have removal for any possible polymorph effects. But right now I'm in a very commanding position, I think, because I have options. Like I have Paul in play, and they still haven't resolved the villainy yet. And Paul Minus can actually bring back spells now if they try to discard me. So they're going to Valdez. Do I let this happen? Like they probably Valdez naming low, and that means that if they have villainy plus another land in hand, they can Valdez low resolve villainy. But that means I have I have that thing off the top. I'll let it resolve. Like I have Space Oddity off the top of my deck, so oh. Alright, in that case, By the Sea goes away. Okay, so what do they have at instant speed for removal? They have Pithwelt, which I do need to play around, which is annoying. Well, if they're still stuck on 2 lands, then if Here With You draws me into a land, then they're just tapping out now. Trying Inquiry. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Or actually, let me think. So if I Here With You, they draw, both players draw, and then they get to take my thing. I think I counter this. Actually, I think that definitely implies that they don't have a 3rd land, because yeah, they definitely would have tried to play around that. But anyways, here's my end of turn Here With You. I'm assuming they choose cards. If they choose creatures, then I'm pretty happy with that outcome too. The Tyrant Tributes will nuke half their lands, and I managed to catch them on an odds, which means that they have to sack rounded up. Actually, there's one way this could go horribly wrong, and it's if Here With You draws the Tyrant Tributes. They choose tokens. Okay, cool. That is actually really good for me because now I don't have to worry about accidentally drawing Tyrant Tributes. So now what? Space Oddity. Is there any reason to plus Paul right now? Not really. I think it's time to just go on offense with Paul. I guess I whack the. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what order I do stuff in because prowess and a space out and a 1/1 will do the same amount of extra damage. I'll just whack them now with all these guys, and then finish off, and then do Space Oddity, and they can't interact with it. So oops. So yep. Let's see how many cards I flip before I find my attributes. Ooh, even got Seek Prophecy out of the deal. So yeah, I think that's a pretty conclusive win right now because I don't see how they're getting back from this. Cool. Alright, so that's a really nice game 1 for me. What's my boarding plan? So Seer Flesh Selfie comes out because there's 0 targets. Spell Pierce comes in because they literally have all spells. Does Forbidden Treasure come in? Forbidden Treasure hits the discard spells and Fistwelt, I guess, and not much else. I don't think it's worth bringing in. Is there anything else I want to bring in? Not really. I guess I can bring out a Void Flare if I really want to, and that gives me room for a Crest in case they resolve a Villainy and I need to deal with it. Is that worth it? I guess, probably. I'll try it. It's probably better than whatever Void Flare is doing, like just hitting a face for no reason. I mean, it could also lock them out, technically. And Crest also, like, Crest isn't great because if they manage to land a Villainy, then they shouldn't be landing Villainies if I can help it. But I guess Crest can help me if they, like, it lets me tap out on turn 2, and then Crest their Villainy that they drop on turn 3. So I guess there's that. Otherwise, like, I have 0 targets, right? I guess it can also hit clues or whatever. It doesn't feel great. Yeah, I think I'll go with this loadout. So this hand, do I want to risk another game where I keep a 1-lander with cantrips? This hand has the Monkey Shines, Rogar's Frenzy, Flashback, Rogar's Frenzy, Space Oddity curve. But otherwise, like, this one, okay, so I'm forced to fetch Crystal Caverns on turn 1. If they Valdez low me, then I'm forced to discard, or if they Valdez low me, I discard Imagine. If they Valdez, if they pay up me and try to hit Monkey Shines, I'm fine with that outcome because I've Imagine for, I'll try running this hand. It's very risky, but maybe it works out. They're still going to do turn 1 Dark Bargain. Alright, sure. Hey, Paul, so yeah, if I can resolve Paul, that'd be really nice. I need to fetch Crystal Caverns here because I don't know what colors I might be able to get off the Monkey Shines. That's no land, so I have to bomb both of them. Well, I got the land I need. Unfortunately, I don't have Crest in hand, so can I afford to tap out on 2? I don't think I can afford to tap out because I really need, like, I can't let Villainy resolve. Oh, they're Masquered. Alright, yeah, that's really unfortunate for them. They also keep a 1-lander, or again. Okay, in that case, I resolve Paul because there's nothing threatening that they can do to me. And I think I discard Imagine, right? Here with you? If I discard Rogar's Frenzy, they can seal the Tomb it, and I don't want that to happen. At the same time, like, if they use Seal the Tomb on Rogar's Frenzy, that's such a low impact play that I'm completely fine with that outcome. Yeah, I'll discard Rogar's Frenzy. If they want to Grave Hate it, then feel free. Dark Bargain again. They finally got out their mana screw. But missing the land drop on 2 is very painful for them, because that means, okay, they're gonna Valdez me. High or no? Doesn't matter what they name, because if they name high, I just discard one of the polymorph effects. So I'm very insulated against what they could possibly have. And they now have 2 Portal Fractures, so yeah, have fun with the 2 Portal Fractures. Let's serve the Crash Craft. Alright, time to keep drawing. Ooh, and that's the land I need. Yeah, I think it's good. It's a good enough time to ditch Imagine and get the Mystery of the Crash Craft into play, because that gets me a creature for... Actually, technically, I could have also just kept up Rogar's Frenzy's flashback, but I'll get Mystery into play first, because now it presents a threat. They're going to keep drawing with Dark Bargain. Alright, so if I draw a land off the Paul, I probably won't go for it because they're tapping out now, huh? It seems like they got a really land poor hand this game, and they had to spend their early game just cantripping to find lands, which is really unfortunate for them. Because now I get to develop, yeah, now they have to even discard the hand sides again. Oh, I forgot to end the turn here with you. Well, it looks like it didn't matter in the end after all, because I got the Space Oddity and they're tapped out. I'll just go for it. There's no point in not going for it, I feel like. And I'll even whack them with Paul, because why not? Like, I don't really need to keep looting right now. And yeah, Space Oddity actually does Magic Cast them on an odds. I mean, they can still get out of this because they have an Exent, which kills my 6/6. And I only managed to kill 1 land with this thing. Like 1 land and 1 card that already cantrip, 1 permanent that already cantrip for them. Oh nice, I got Seek Prophecy off of the deal. Anyways, hit Annotation instant and pass the turn. They have Exent? I'm assuming they do. Yeah, they do. Alright, I mean, that's still fine because I still managed to nuke their land and they're still mana screwed. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. I just keep attacking. Actually, if I play Seek Prophecy, I can probably flip me into a land, and that also flips Mystery. I'll go for that. Flip. So transform, Mystery. 1, 2, 3. Ooh, nice. Even flip another Seek Prophecy. Get Flooded Depth on Mystery of the Crash Craft. Realize I sequenced stuff incorrectly because I should have activated Paul beforehand. Oh, whatever. That's too late for me to do anything about that. And whack for 4. And I don't see how they're getting back into this with 1 mana and 2 Portal Factors in my hand. GG. Okay, yeah, that game 2 was really unfortunate for them. They tried to keep a 1-lander and got really punished for it. Meanwhile, I kept the 1-lander and managed to... I kept the 1-lander both games, and I managed to get rewarded for it by drawing lands exactly when I want to. Like all my cantrips managed to find me the lands I need. Well, anyways, yeah, so that was the quarterfinals, so I'm making it to the semifinals now, which is nice. Yeah, see you next round.